middle school. Have a wonderful time, and I'd like to invite John Clements to come on up.
Hey, I about biffed it there. All right. Good morning, everyone. If you don't know me, my name is John Clements. I am right in the middle of planting Northwind Community Church, and I want to give you a quick update to show you how far we've come. I want to show you what God has done in our midst, and then I want to tell you some ways that we still need help. All right, so quiz time. Whoa, that was something else. Whew, I got one of those junior high boys. Okay, quiz time. So I know most of us here in person, online, we're all following Jesus. We love Jesus, and we're doing our best to follow him with the help of the Holy Spirit. And we know that he helps us, he gives us strength, he helps us preserve through difficult times. But how about this? The last 2 years, how many of us, even with Jesus' help, are still struggling? I will raise my hand, right? It's been rough. Okay? Most of us, if not all of us, have been through the ringer. Psalm 11:3 says, when the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? And I feel like that's a theme verse for the past 2 years. You know, we're all going around, what are we going to do? We don't know what to do. Okay, so that's how we feel, and we know and love and follow and walk with Jesus. Now, let's think about the people in our lives, in our communities, who don't know Jesus. How do you think they're doing? They can't be doing well, right? We just sang about this song, right? Jesus is the light of the world. Now, how on earth can you navigate this crazy world without the light of Jesus? I don't know. I'm barely hanging on with Jesus, right? So imagine how people are doing without him. And I think about that sometimes, and it makes me just grieve for the lost in our communities. So we're living in the season of fear and division, and I've never seen this before. I'm 40 years old. I've never seen this in the past 40 years. So when the psalmist says, when the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? What is the answer? Well, I think the answer is Galatians 6:9. Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up. That's the answer. And it might seem counterintuitive, but listen to this. Moments of fear and uncertainty, guess what? Those are actually the best time that we have to reach out. The greatest opportunity to impact and change lives around us is when things are most challenging in the world. So we have an opportunity right now to make a difference and impact in our community. That's why we're trying to launch Northwind right now. So let me tell you how God has been at work with Northwind so far. First of all, he's given us a vision to overcome the fear in our society with the love of Jesus. That's something we desperately need right now. That's something we're pursuing. Second, he's brought together a small but very strong team to come around alongside Jessica and me. And I'm here to tell you, those people are rock stars, okay? I play the guitar. I know what a rock star is. My team are rock stars. We have had personal interactions with close to 600 people about Northwind so far in our community. I've personally knocked on close to 200 doors in my neighborhood, just handing out cards and flyers and having conversations. And our online presence, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, we've had close to 20,000 eyeballs on our content, so that's a lot, right? So God has been very faithful with us in that. So God has done just a tremendous amount with just our small little team. He's also been providing us with resources. This is amazing. So just in the last month, in the month of November, we had a church, Mill Creek Foursquare, come to us and say, hey, one of our church plants kind of merged back in with us, and so we have a bunch of gear and supplies. Would you like any of it? So I said, sure. So we went down there and looked, right? Guys, they gave us like thousands of dollars worth of stuff. Just gave it to us. At the same time, another individual came up to me and approached me and donated the better part of an entire sound system. We're also receiving donations now, which I haven't publicized very much, but people are still giving. So I did the back of the napkin math. Okay, in the month of November, God blessed us with about $10,000 worth of supplies and money. Okay, that's amazing. That's right. So now we have a vision. We're building out the supplies and resources we need. We have this abundant harvest in our own community. And I'm convinced that much, if not all of this, is due to prayer. So I want to personally thank every single person who's been praying for us and has dedicated their time and efforts to that. I believe prayer is foundational to this kind of work. It cannot happen without prayer. So thank you. Please keep praying for us. This is a very critical time for us. The one thing we still need is more people who will come alongside of us and help us to launch this church. James mentioned the great Blondin a couple weeks ago, the tight walker who walked across Niagara Falls with the wheelbarrow. You remember that? Well, that really stuck with me because that's kind of where we are right now. We need people who could get in the wheelbarrow with us and who can go across the tightrope. We need people who are willing to say, yes, I will commit to the next 4 to 6 months to help launch Northwind because there are people in our community who need the light of Jesus Christ. So remember Psalm 11, when the foundations are being destroyed, what can the righteous do? Well, the answer is Galatians 6:9. We cannot become weary in doing good because we know if we persevere, we will reap a harvest. So church, I encourage us, let's not give up. Let's lean in. Let's get this done. Please keep praying for us. Hop in the wheelbarrow with us. Let's get this thing to the other side.